Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dicefunctional Campaign 2. If you have just joined us, where we last left our group of intrepid adventurers, they were not the intrepid adventurers. They were all of the side characters that the party had managed to find and make their new friends along the way, as the party was distracted with dealing with and killing one of the main targets that they had at their disposal. One woman named Dorothy. While the party dealt with her, the side party managed to go and hunt down a individual that was being protected by a mysterious man by the name of Sig Loranum, the priest that they had previously seen when one of their old companions, Tana, had been killed. So this side party took the dangerous task of infiltrating, killing another target, and avoiding the attention of Sig, which went well in the sense that nobody died. But the party's friend, Hadrian Devereaux, did wind up getting very, very close to death as Mr. Sig Loranum cast Hold Person and sat right next to him. Through some very clever manipulating, distracting him with conversations, the party did manage to get Hadrian out of there, kill the target in question, and also received a book from Sig, at least before running away and their deception being realized by him. And that is where we will pick up. You all, the side party, have escaped from Viantito, and you have made your way to the cart, which is then starting to bring you back along the train tracks to your eventual meetup point with the rest of the party. You guys can also just crawl into the displacement chest that you have and get back to the tower immediately if you would like. But as you guys are driving away, you can see that the skies above Viantito are worsening more and more. So, what would you all like to do?
Okay. So the cart is still in Ventito, right? Or outskirts of Ventito?
The cart is currently doing what it has to. It is going on a pre-programmed path. Get back onto the train, get back to the meetup spot for the original party to get back into the carts.
Did the other party... Sorry, no, go ahead.
Yeah. So it is just doing what it's supposed to eventually get back to a spot where your actual characters can go back to having and using the cart.
So the cart's gonna go to Thornhurst, at least nearby where the current
Probably near
is?
Thornhurst is my guess, yeah.
I open whatever the fuck this big ass lockbox is.
Opening up the large lead box, you will see inside there is what looks to be a torso. It has been, the legs are cut off right at the hip, and the arms are cut off at the shoulders. The neck is just a stump where the head would be. But that is a full torso, dried and desiccated at this point due to years and years of being locked away. Though, it still somehow seems to have a little bit of sponginess that you would expect in a recently dead body.
Why are you touching it?
Not touching
Stop
it.
poking it.
It feels so weird.
Stop touching it.
Not touching it.
How else do you know it's spongy?
For all we know, it could have still had a heartbeat.
Well,
I looked over. Honk honk.
I don't believe that vampires have beating hearts to begin with.
Sorry.
What?
Wait. Honk honk.
Are you honking the vampire's titties?
Yeah. Honk honk. Hadrian's personality has done a 180.
It's me! I'm Hong Konging the vampire cities! Bill is here in the scene.
Hadrian would never! I'm sorry! I have unmedicated ADHD! I can't do this!
have to ask this, or it's gonna bother me the whole day. Does he have a cock and balls? I have to know. I'm
Except
sorry. It's
for the
all
cock
I'm
and
thinking
balls.
about.
I mean, okay, this is. I mean,
God, he said his
that-
little pop.
in fairness, that is a fair question.
I have to know.
What I will say is no.
Thank
It is
God.
actually. It has been torn off. And
Does it have its
removed.
own box?
Have his own cock.
No, that has been thrown away completely.
It's just got him.
Wait, I'm kind of on his side now. Man's pissed. They stole his cock and balls.
I closed the box. Don't know where to put it, but I guess in one of the tower rooms for now.
I don't know. One of the people from the other group will tell us later.
Yeah, that's not
They seem to
our
be-
job. Our job is just getting it.
And killing. We did both.
So how was the church? Because I wasn't in there.
Weird. Does anyone want informational stuff on this god?
No.
I'll keep it for the book nerd then. Actually,
Isn't
wait.
it like
Hadrian. Give it to your boyfriend.
Oh yeah, the book nerd. Yeah, that's right. He's your guy.
Just the hardest look. Just like the kind of look that makes people usually say more stuff. You know, like, I'm gonna make you uncomfortable by staring directly at you.
Doesn't work on
Fizzy's family
humans.
doesn't know that feeling.
It doesn't work on physics.
Exactly.
I'm so fucking sorry.
They're like, "You okay?"
You're great at staring. I bet you'd win staring contests.
Ooh, we should make him try the staring contest against Aunt Denise.
Denise? Denise? The drow Denise?
That is actually her name, yeah, Denise.
There's like 17 X's and a couple of L's
The
in
X-
there.
The X is silent. Where's the X? It's silent. Fucking what?
Yeah, she can't blink.
Yeah, her
Medically?
eyelids got burned off in the war.
I'm gonna quit talking. I'm
I
Becca
like
and
how
I talk
Michelle
together.
isn't here for this,
New
but
lore for
is
Fizzy's
listening.
face.
I see you in chat there.
Sorry, Michelle. I'm gonna shut the fuck up because it's me and Becca bouncing off each other right now.
I know, I'm doing the bit because you keep setting me up.
So I'm gonna shut the fuck up so other people can actually play the game.
Zeman and Zolda go off in the corner laughing.
siblings, huh?
Is that what siblings are like?
I wouldn't know.
You know what? We're in the same boat.
Wait, how was the church, by the way? I know, like, the siblings didn't say much about it, but
Not good. I was stuck in the same spot for the entire time we were there because of the freak. I was a little distracted with the threat of impending doom to take in the decor.
oh
Not my
man,
favorite place.
I forgot the
The
food from the
windows.
stall.
The lack of windows was quite odd.
Adrian, are you still hungry?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we want to get food at the tower?
Maybe. I don't know at this point. Seems like maybe it's just not meant to be.
Oh, don't say that. Well, try to scavenge food if we can find anything. If not, we can go to the cart and maybe ask Darius's spouse to make something.
really looking forward to that food stall.
Yeah, it's okay. Like, food wasn't great because it's from a church.
Fair enough. While this conversation is happening, Hadrian does take the book that was left very just kind of casually, like, so.
Oh my god. Also, Electos has like a couple of roses that she collected from the garden. By the way.
Okay.
She's gonna hand over to Hadrian and ask, so I know that maybe, I don't know, little Twink Crush might know what this means. The one thing I was very suspicious of when I asked the Pope was that the garden didn't correlate with the god that they worship, which is weird. Which, if the god of resolution was based off of poppies, why is there a garden full of blue roses?
It's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Little
especially when the
distracting.
body was you know, in that garden specifically.
So let me get this straight. You want me to give a flower to Fitz?
Do what you want with it. I don't. I don't care.
For research purposes. Right?
Do what you want with it. I don't care.
Got it. 6 of stem in the book, so there's a rose sticking out of the book. Fuck! His carefully crafted shell.
Wow. Are you guys like not together, or is that just exes, or?
You
What?
don't have. We are basically strangers. Why are you. What's going on? Why are you interested in this?
I'm just curious. I mean, also, Kaz did stab you in the back, which I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, that's a word to describe it. It's, we're not anything. I don't like the expression on your face, so I'm gonna look away from it.
Aw, you don't want to admit it.
There's nothing to admit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you want me to call over to siblings again?
I will jump out of the cart. I would rather walk the rest of the way.
What might be that? Are you not still a wanted criminal in the north?
I know what I said. Compared to that, just kind of points in the general direction of these like laughing little chuckle fucks. It's worth the shot. Getting caught.
All I'm just saying is just try to talk to him. Don't be a pussy about it.
Thank you for your sound advice.
Unless you are, then prove me wrong.
I know what you're doing.
Pussy!
Again with the stare that it doesn't work on the drow, but it's like the stare of like I'm gonna keep staring at you until you're uncomfortable.
Listen, I'm with the murder lady. She's got the right idea.
Adrian gets up and starts moving towards the door of the car. I will walk the rest of the way.
I'll point out, you know that there's a quick and easy way out of there. Just crawl into the displacement chest.
Cannonball. Going in. I'm out.
Well, he took the pussy route.
The chest opens, a middle finger comes out. Close again.
You know,
Anyway,
we're pretty close to death every day. He shouldn't be a pussy.
Yeah. Agreed.
Well, I'm going in the tower.
Yeah, go get him, sport. Pat, pat. And then they go get real food from Paris's spouse.
Yeah. Could have gone worse. Both the plan and everything afterwards.
And yeah, we were fairly successful.
Yeah, wait, where's the priest's body?
And
The cooler of holding.
Oh,
The icebox.
yeah.
The icebox, sorry.
Would it be wrong to put it in the doctor man's area just to set it in a bed and cover it with a sheet?
I think
I
so,
don't think
yeah.
I don't
No,
think
it's
we should
fine.
leave it in the chest. We put
No.
food in there.
Yeah.
So, with you all now crawling into the chest and making your way back into the tower itself, it is about this point where the rest of the other party, we can go back to them at this point. You all have gathered what you could from Thornhurst. I am unsure about what everybody's spell status is. So you guys basically have two options. If you got the spells for it, you can teleport home. If you don't, you can wait.
We didn't use my teleport, I don't think, today, did we?
I don't think so, but also I have mine. So if we did use it, we have two options.
Yeah.
So we're
Okay,
good.
so no matter what, you can just teleport back to the tower if you wish.
Yeah.
So, you guys have gathered all the loot you could, or all the loot you're allowed, more accurately. So, do you want to just make your way back to the tower?
Just check up on the others. See if they're okay.
Okay. Teleporting back to the actual tower itself, you will appear in the teleportation circle present inside of the actual building. And making your way down towards the actual center, you'll see that all of Fizzy's siblings appear to be here. They're talking amongst themselves. You can see that Electos is also present. They have just kind of pulled something out of the icebox of holding and have moved it into the room that Shay has set up as a makeshift doctor's office, we'll call it. And is currently pulling out what looks to be another box. This one's significantly larger and made of lead. Meanwhile, Marceau Tass is basically just kind of looking over himself and looking over everybody else to make sure there are no immediate injuries that need to be treated. Hadrian, on the other hand, is kind of standing nearby, kind of like leaning on a nearby railing, kind of like in thought.
He's trying to be cool.
Barcode disappearing. Minor nosebleed.
Oh, you're fine.
Eh.
Ew. I run up to Electus and hug her. Shut up.
Hey there.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, doing well enough. Everything went pretty well. Got a little hairy, but we didn't have to get our hands too dirty, thankfully.
Oh, that's good. I see you got a box. What's in it?
It's a torso.
Oh, that's really big.
Yeah, it's quite a big one.
Hmm. Well, I'm just glad that you weren't injured, is all.
Yeah, thankfully, no one got hurt. Though I don't think the priest fellow over there was too pleased.
No. Well, I mean, was it that bad when that happened?
On our way out, once we finally left the town, there was a storm that suddenly started brewing fast and started spreading fast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Clouds went from relatively clear, if a bit dark, sure, to just pitch black. It was like a hurricane just rolled in.
Well, I don't know what we're gonna do with the priest's body.
Burn it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Simplest way of dealing with it, burn the body. Won't be able to get rid of all the bones, so you'll have to crush them in a mortar and pestle, but still burn it.
Hmm. Yeah, we just got back from killing the queen, so
Well, good. Nice to see that things that went well. You guys are all carrying what looks to be a good 50 pounds of loot each, so clearly you've got paid for it too. So, nice. Well, I am gonna find something to eat. I'm still hungry.
okay.
And Electos is gonna go wander off to try and find either someone to cook food for her or some food that she can eat.
A woman after my own heart.
There, you guys will be able to kind of look around and talk amongst them a little bit more if you want. But what you guys will note immediately is that there are no external wounds on the priestess's body. She was killed in a very clean way.
How the
Damn.
fuck you guys kill her?
Missy's gonna speak up and is gonna say, "Put a pillow over her head."
Oh my god.
Patient.
Mm.
Violent.
Damn. Very violent.
Um,
You feeling
Uh,
okay? You did just strangle a woman to death in her sleep.
Fine, really. I've done worse, a little worse, at least, but at the end of the day, she had to be dealt with.
well,
How much it was to unpack later.
that is quite effective. It's the hardest method of killing someone to trace, as there are really no signs of most forms of asphyxiation.
Yeah. Well, a few other things were found here, I believe. There's that box with the body in it. And that priest guy, Sig, he gave one of us a book.
Do you know what's in the book?
Nope.
Hmm.
I didn't get it.
Well, who has it?
Oh, Hadrian. He's got it.
No, Fitz.
Fitz.
Sounds like your kind of thing. A book about something from a church.
Well, he's not here, so why don't you go find him?
Yeah. This is Bully Jill Day.
I don't much appreciate. I would like a moment of peace.
Yeah. You can see like Fitz is kind of not Fitz. Hadrian is kind of on a at a nearby railing, just kind of like leaning and like kind of looking off in thought a little bit.
Oh, he's brooding. I don't know, Fitz, you might not want to interrupt that. You should never interrupt someone during a good brood.
Well, I have heard that people who come close to death are a lot more introspective.
You almost died?
That's what that lot was saying. Just pointing towards all of Izzy's sisters in general. Brother.
It's a go talk to Adrian. I guess.
Bullying works.
Bullying works.
Remember, kids, bully your friends.
But look out. That's a warning.
That is a very ominous way of not completing that sentence.
Yeah, that was the sentence. But look out.
God.
There was nothing else that needed to be said. Your time will come.
May
Yeah,
or may
Fitz
not
will-
be directly related, but it will come.
It will come. But Fitz will go talk to Hadrian.
You walk over to Hadrian, and he'll kind of like look over at you, like kind of give a quick glance at you. And he's going to say, "Well, the job is done."
Glad you're back.
Yes.
I heard there was a book.
Yes. One of the siblings was given a book by the priest. He was something about gods. Yeah. And he'll hand over the book with a blue rose tucked into it. Additionally, there was something odd about the church. Church of the God of Peace, and yet it had something like a rose garden. God of Peace has the symbol of a poppy, not a rose.
That is quite odd and certainly not a coincidence. I'll just take this and I'll see you around.
Fits. What you will see on the book
Mm-hmm.
is it is titled The Descent of the Gods by Aldlataxis,
Mm-hmm.
which is that is the name of the god of ambition.
Ah, I see. Very familiar with that name.
Also,
Well, it's a lot. It's technically we met him, I believe.
Oh. Some individual who is well known, I'm assuming.
God of ambition and
Not just an empty title, I'm assuming actually a deity.
absolutely. Quite strong. Bit of a powerful aura around him. Not a nice man.
Well, the most ambitious can be very willing to do whatever they have to in order to forward their means. If he is the god of this, then
Only makes sense.
it would only make sense.
I should probably go tell the others that he's got something to do with this.
Yes, that would be wise.
Thank you.
Not a problem. And Hadrian will just gently lay a hand on your shoulder and kind of like give it a gentle squeeze as he walks past.
That's the equivalent of in Mr.
Turn
Dicey's
around and,
hand.
You turn around and half the party is like, go, get it. Get down. Stop that, Darius. Not appropriate.
Like,
You should slap your
this relationship is moving more slowly than the average Puritan household.
Yes, good.
Fitz is going to be riding the high of the shoulder squeeze for weeks.
You remember being in high school and like your crush like either brushed up against you or
And you're
like
like,
you accidentally touched her hand and you're like, oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
gonna remember this
No.
for months.
Yeah.
No.
No,
That's Fitz.
I was already
is good
ace by then.
I was
So
too busy
fair.
getting bullied by people who were supposed to be my friends to care about that.
Ooh, ouch.
Actually, knew I was asexual and was like telling people such when they asked me in middle school. I was like, not
That's the
interested.
autism, buddy.
That checks out for you, Cody. Anyways, what are we doing with this body part now, guys? Are we throwing it into like the plane of fire?
Ooh, I vote the plane of fire for the torso. That seems like a very important piece.
How many body parts do we have now?
Way too
Too
many.
many. We don't want to be the ones accused of gathering them.
Yes.
I think we have the thigh, the torso, I think a hand.
Yeah.
Yes, and it would certainly not be impossible to retrieve it if it's unable to be destroyed, but that would make it significantly more difficult as you can't simply travel there.
I mean, you'd have to be immune to fire to
Yes.
basically go get it.
Yeah.
We've already taken care of the most powerful spellcaster within that group.
Yeah, we only have 2 people left. The chief
Wow.
logistics officer and Avek.
Did you kill the others in the dream spell?
Yep.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
keeping track of it. We have killed everyone but those 2.
What
and
about
Amador.
Amador? Do you know where
Amador could be slipping away now. We can check in with him on the mirror, but at the sight
just
of
want-
the first
No, go
few
ahead. Go
dying-
ahead.
The sight of
I
the
just
first few
wanted.
dying, he should have.
Boy, hell yeah.
You fucking
I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
go.
You go.
Both of you.
I just want to make sure what he wants to do with the body parts because he has one of them.
He has the head.
Yeah. Was more like, should we at least listen to him. What we want to do with the body parts, or like throw them out.
Um,
I think he'll probably tell us the same thing.
as you guys are discussing this, you can hear the faint crackle of a radio and indistinct voice chatting from a few rooms away.
Radio.
Yep, a radio.
We haven't heard anything from the news recently.
Let's check on it.
I'm so
Yeah,
scared
if-
of the news.
It might report Amador's death if she successfully faked it.
A CEO has been shot and killed today.
Oh my god!
I mean,
Good fucking lord.
In fairness, we've been on the anti-CEO and anti-capitalist shit for a while now. Last campaign, y'all literally overthrew a corporatocracy.
yeah.
Sorry, helped overthrow a corporatocracy.
Listen,
Yes.
Bears was having a great time. Not Bears. Mercy was having a great time. Became a saint. Overthrew half a country.
Yeah, big,
As you do.
I like how became a saint after strapping bombs to gorillas.
Yeah.
That's what she was sainted for.
Call that guerrilla warfare.
Guerrilla warfare exists in this campaign, and it's not what you think it is.
Mercy, I love the idea
The
that
saint of
Mercy will
guerrilla
start
warfare.
introducing herself as the saint of guerrilla warfare and never correct them on how it's spelled.
They pray to Mercy and she's like,
The
I send you my monkeys.
Send you the
That's not what
monkeys.
That's not what we asked for. You asked for guerrilla warfare.
Hold on. Let me find a monkey. Sees little Reuben.
No!
No.
Hand him a grenade. Send him in.
No.
This is how we get the crossover between campaign 1 and 2. Ruben joins forces with Mercy and becomes the fiend of guerrilla warfare.
Oh my god.
You guys make your way into that side room where you can find Electos has made what looks to be a sandwich. They have set themselves a plate with a very large baguette. Sorry, a medium-sized baguette, about this big. They've cut it in half, and they've just made a sandwich and piled it with as much meat and vegetables as possible. And they're just slowly just crunching through it while listening to the radio. And on that radio, you hear the following. Oh, sorry. Wrong button.
Fine.
His wife eats sheet metal for breakfast. On the radio.
God, if only I pressed that one. Hold on. There we go.
Queen eats sheet metal for breakfast.
She probably does now.
She is a robot.
I apologize. I meant this one.
Ladies and gentlemen of North and South Ecesian, that is all we currently have available for you all in regards to the sudden passing of the Honorable Judge Amador Bayo. At time of current broadcast, no announcement or further details have been provided by the South Ecesian Judiciary Branch, and upon receiving any, we will be sure to inform you.
Yeah, looks like he did his
Catching the
part.
very end of the radio broadcast.
That does, in fact, only leave 2.
Well,
Think Avek's suspicious yet of us?
yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we can weasel our way out of this one.
Can't gaslight our way out of this one.
No girl bossing and gatekeeping.
We certainly need to move the body parts away from the
Scooby-Doo ass
collective body.
sandwich. Just fucking.
Well, actually, there is one more thing we need to check up on in the case of that. We should check to see if the family has dealt with Claude.
I mean, we
thank you,
just
Jolly,
sent-
for your list.
We just sent Dottie off with the paperwork, haven't we? like a day or two
So
ago.
she was
Yeah.
told about it the evening before.
Yeah, she did.
So hard to tell.
I don't know how fast she can move. Not everyone's. Well, I'm assuming fast enough. We need. Well, for one, first, plane of fire. Are we all in agreement?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. It's
Open the plane. Hold on. Plane of fire, plane of fire, plane of fire. On the mirror.
it's just open to a random spot in the plane of fire and yeet the box
Yeah.
through with the torch.
Actually, while we're at it, where's that priestess's body?
S'more.
Ooh, you want to
Two
also throw
birds.
that in the plane of fire?
Two birds. Jesus.
Anything anyone
Christ.
else wants destroyed as evidence?
Any trash you guys have? We have the plate of fire open, so
That's some fucked up shit.
We
We did.
probably don't want fire elementals mad at us for treating them like a
No,
fire, like garbage
I do-
disposal, right?
I want to point out, I do just imagine Shay coming in now with a bunch of medical supplies that have been used and just
This is the safest way.
the incinerator's open.
but I think that's all we can send over there because we have other body parts, but
We can separate
would-
it from other planes.
Yeah, I wouldn't put all of the body parts on the same plane, even if that plane is the plane of fire.
Yes.
Let's say maybe we can put 2 in the celestial plane. But like in very separate parts. Like
Look,
further
like-
out.
I have a question about lead.
Yeah.
yeah, what's up?
Will it melt?
Yes,
Most certainly.
lead absolutely melts.
Mhm.
Actually has a fairly low melting temp in comparison to other metals. It's
So
very
when we
soft.
toss it in there, the box is gonna melt and the
It's gonna, it's gonna be
Okay.
destroyed.
Mhm.
depending on
Okay.
how hot that spot you throw it into is.
Just checking.
Maybe like Elysium for the thigh.
Yeah.
Find a cool angel to be like, hey, do you wanna hold on to this for us?
We'll find a
Did
cool
angels
angel.
even
She's got
care? This is
she's
kind of
got
a-
metal wings.
Hmm.
Maybe. Is that the one who fucked the
Hmm.
priest?
Yeah.
What's
Who works the
going
works,
on?
ladies and gent.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I almost dropped my scorpion in my cereal milk.
That would have been bad.
Yes.
Scorpion cereal milk. Just a little
I need-
dip.
I need to point out it is encased in something like resin. It is not a loose scorpion.
Yet
Yes.
I pull out like an ice pick.
Take a hammer, start breaking it apart.
Yeah. Gnawing
Alright.
on it like a hamster.
Well, that deals with 2 of the 3 body parts we have. Let's hold on to the other one.
Which parts do we have now? Right now?
Thigh, hand, and torso.
We kept the hand.
So we're holding the hand.
Okay.
You promise?
It makes more sense to get rid of the stuff that like is harder to live without. You can live without a hand the easiest out of all of them.
That's
If
true.
you don't have a thigh, like you also don't have the lower leg, you know.
If you don't
And
have
well-
a torso, you don't got nothing. Sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got a weird amalgamation of arms and legs stuck to each other, and that's fucking
I
scary.
like those. What did you put on that sandwich?
I found something in a box and I just put it on there and
You sure
no,
that's
it wasn't.
big?
I didn't put the hand in there. Don't worry.
Fingers poking out of the lettuce. Like, oh.
No, it's just like I made like a dressing using garlic, oil, some herbs, stuff like that.
So strong. Ugh.
Used quite a lot of garlic there.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm less judgmental of the smell, more of the size. It's a rather tall sandwich.
Some people eat a lot of food. We're not all like you.
Well,
At that point,
all right.
you're kind of a twig.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
just-
right though.
This is not my day.
In a similar vein, Darius is gonna walk out and go, I can't be here with that smell. It's gonna make me puke.
Well, okay.
Hmm.
Regardless, we still need to talk about Avek. Maybe we'll leave the kitchen.
I need to go talk to Darius anyway.
Okay.
You guys meander your way out of the kitchen, leaving the radio and Electos behind. So, Jolly,
Yeah.
Kaz wanted to talk to Darius about something.
Yeah.
Go right on ahead.
Darius.
What? I can't get the smell out of my nose.
What, are you allergic to garlic?
No, just really strong.
Hmm. So, I overheard what you said to Dorothy before she died.
I didn't say shit. I am deception checking this.
I heard what you just said to her. I was there.
Oh,
Do I have to roll this?
I'm gonna give myself disadvantage for reference. I should have done
This is
disadvantage.
a gaslight check.
Yeah.
I heard what you said. I didn't say anything. But I heard you. No, you didn't.
I heard you.
I'll say this, you can roll against it, but you did hear what Darius said.
Yeah.
She is
But
going
you
to lie
didn't
to her.
because you didn't say anything.
You know I'm not gonna make this like
No.
what is it? Roll. Is it
It would be insight, which you're not good at.
yeah. I was gonna say I don't think I'm able to do this.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But I literally heard her.
Yeah, you heard me. But Darius is not gonna confess. Not immediately. I don't know what you're talking about, Kaz.
Oh my god, you're bad. I have a really interesting question, but I don't know if you're gonna respond to this.
What's up?
When was the last time you had sex with your spouse?
That is a very personal question, Kaz.
No, I'm genuinely serious. When?
Worry about yourself.
Darius,
What?
are you pregnant?
No.
Objection!
Let's just for shits and giggles for this.
You know I'm not gonna make the inside roll.
No, I was doing a Constitution save. No. What would make you
No.
think that?
Does Bren know about this?
No.
No.
No, because if they did, I would have to stop.
You
Plus, it's
didn't
too
tell.
early. It's too early in. I could still lose the baby just naturally. It's not. The
Oh, you're
first
just
time.
gonna admit you are pregnant. Okay.
Yeah, I can't lie. You seem to know. It's not the first time I've lost one, so like, no point making a big
Darius.
thing about it. God, the smell of garlic is so strong when I'm pregnant.
Oh my god.
Don't let anyone ever say pregnant women don't get weird senses of smell. Everything smells like 10 times stronger. It's disgusting.
We are gonna fight Avek,
Uh-huh.
and you're pregnant right now.
It's only a couple weeks. That's fine.
What if you got stabbed there or shot?
It'll fucking suck. But, like I said, I've miscarried 3 times before this. I mean, not while adventuring, just in general. It's not uncommon with my family. That's why I'm not telling the rest of the group. It's not a big deal.
And you still won't tell them?
Or not to. They'll make a big deal of it.
Because
Have you
they
met
care.
Fitz? Have you met
Yeah,
Granny?
Because they care about you, man. And the baby. Don't say
Listen.
that.
I'm more worried about the kid I have that's already alive. I need to do stuff so she has a world to live in.
Yeah. But
So
it
that's
still
not-
doesn't. It still doesn't help that you're not going to tell them.
No. And to be fair, Bryn probably already knows. They're really smart. And I've been puking the last 3 days.
Darius, you almost got killed by Dorothy, man.
I know.
At the very least, talk to Shay. Because he's a doctor. And it's not like he can, tell the others.
If I do that, will you drop it for now?
Yes. At least
Fine.
talk to Dr. Shay.
Fine. And Darius will stomp off to go find Shay. Yeah, fun fact, Darius has been pregnant.
What the fuck?
This is something I already talked with Connor about, so it is allowed.
I mean, I assumed.
You're like, I'm freeballing this. Improv, baby.
It would, I mean, in fairness, like, it'd be a very unique thing for a player to spring on me for improv, but, like, I don't
You're
think
like,
I'd immediately shoot it down.
There's been more unique things.
Yeah, like gorillas.
Some of them have been problematic.
Or robbing a morgue.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Pathfinder.
Boy,
We're
oh
not going
boy.
to talk about that one on stream, bud.
Yeah.
We're not mentioning that on stream. You're
Talk
right.
about that later.
Absolutely. We're not talking about that one on stream.
Yeah.
But Darius will go to the tower and go talk to Shay. Off screen, because I don't need to roleplay this.
Fair enough.
Did you have insight checked Kaz?
Because Granny and I guess probably the others catch up to Kaz at this point and go, oh, where'd Darius go?
Oh. Getting away from the garlic smell from Alexis' sandwich.
I didn't think it was that bad, but
It's really not that strong.
I
it's
don't know.
just sensitive to garlic.
I love garlic.
Maybe ease off on the garlic on the next meals, I guess. For Darius' stuff anyway. We can have garlic, but
Yeah.
we'll have to have less garlic in her food.
Hasn't
Thank
she had
goodness.
garlic in the past, though?
It could be a new since people develop. Look, I had a friend who developed an allergy to pineapple because he ate so much. He just couldn't eat it for a while. We'll just make sure Darius's food is nice and bland.
I'm being punished.
That's what you get for not telling them.
Come
You
on,
would've gotten good
distance.
food.
I'm not meaning it as a punishment. I need to make that so clear.
I
It's
know.
just a bit.
I know.
But it would
Darius
be really
gets a
funny.
cold. When you say bland food, Darius gets a cold chill. Ugh.
She's like, ooh, they're talking about me. Oh.
Yes, here is your porridge.
I
You
think
Like-
that
you get the same food as us. It would just taste worse.
we just put it in a blender
Yes.
and feed it to you through a straw.
We just need to use less garlic. Ew.
I think that in the middle of the conversation of everyone being like, oh, maybe it's, maybe she's just a garlic, whatever. I think Fitz has a face journey where he's like,
I
Also,
love that intelligence check.
also fun, maybe not so fun fact. I did know a person who put most of their meals in a blender because they said they were too busy. They didn't have the time to eat thing down, so they just had all their food in effectively liquid form
Is your
on
friend
the go.
deranged?
Are
They're
they
not. They're
autistic?
just an acquaintance, not even a friend. And it's like
That's
that's not normal. I'm not
That's
normal, and I'm telling
psychotic.
you that
that's
is
no,
not
that is
normal.
psychotic.
That's crazy.
It's like you can't spare you can spare 30 minutes to cook it, but you can't spare 5 minutes to sit down and eat it after you've cooked it.
That is fucking deranged.
That's crazy.
So would you guys like to take the 5 to 10 minute break now, or do you want to start talking about Avek? I have a feeling that conversation will go for a while. So, you guys have pulled yourselves aside and found a sitting room to relax in for a bit as you discuss your next steps, especially on how exactly to deal with Avek. Now, you guys have dealt with virtually everybody else around him, and to be honest, the last person's probably going to fall tonight. So, at this point, it's just Avek.
Mm-hmm. That's scary. Oh my god.
Did we check up on Claude at all with the family, or no?
So, what I will say is that one of you already mentioned it, but the timing wise, nothing's going to be done about that just yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're
So,
working on it.
So if you reached out, they'd be like, "Yeah, we're doing something right now. Fuck off."
Okay.
You'd be reaching out midway through a discussion.
I wish that we could affect the size of how big the mirror opens in a room, so we could be like, "What's going on?" Just an eyeball, like, "Hey, you guys okay?"
Oh, to be a fly on that wall.
That's why Ruben keeps yelling at us.
"Hey, man, just checking in." Go away.
It's been 3 hours. Literally, I'm doing stuff.
That does bring up a question with the Ruben stuff. Is there a different passage of time on that plane right now compared to the material plane?
You don't know?
Ruben's been there for 3 years. He's
Gonna
different
come back
now.
gristled.
He's gonna come.
Gris-
Okay,
gris-
this is a joke for 2 of you. He's gonna come back like Jace from Arcane.
Yeah.
my God.
Beard. The beard.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't
Yeah.
want it. I don't want to say things that
Uh-huh.
will get us.
That would just make him look even more like Wukong.
Yeah, actually,
Stuff like
would.
that.
Nice Sun Wukong, baby.
Apologies. Yeah. So, basically, in regards to the whole cloud situation, you're not going to get an answer on that just yet. Sorry.
Okay.
But other things you can absolutely ask about.
So now the question is, because Avek's kind of an important dude,
Mm-hmm.
how the fuck do we deal with him?
Well, we definitely don't want to storm the government building. Even if we get him, we're dead. No more heroics after that.
Mm-hmm. He probably has us as wanted posters at this point.
I don't know if it's
Wanted for
that
what?
far, but
He has no way of putting us up for any crimes that would not also implicate himself.
I don't know. He's part of a very shady part of the government. He could probably do whatever he wants.
He can also just manipulate anything at that point.
He could probably fabricate a crime and
Mm-hmm.
just be like, trust, and everyone around him would be like, why wouldn't I?
He's very important, so he's probably connected to important people, right?
And at the same time, he deliberately did not take higher level job positions, as your legend lord told us. So he's not
It allows him
as
to
quote unquote
remain.
powerful.
Yes, it allows him to remain more anonymous within the organization.
So odds are, honestly, if he dies randomly, his organization might just be like, oh, guess he fucked up.
The biggest thing will
Yeah.
be drawing him out somewhere.
The thing is, though, I don't know if I should say it's in character or out of character, so just if it needs to be in character, pretend I'm Fitz. But even if he hasn't taken those like promotions to be more powerful, the people in charge still know. Like, he's denied these promotions, so he like,
So they know, yeah. So he's not
like,
quite as anonymous.
even without the titles, I think he's still like a pretty prominent figure in the organization.
I think that's an important thing to say in character. Yeah, you're good there.
Okay, then I did that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeehaw, Fitz. Pip pip cheerio.
Yeehaw, Fitz.
Yeehaw,
Fitz. Yeah, that's a good point. But still, and he usually sends other people to do his dirty work at this point. So we would have to be very specific to get him out of his home or government building.
Yes.
I feel like I definitely feel like I'm not smart enough, because I feel like anything I come up with, he's gonna just see right through.
Yes, as I stated before, it is likely that it will be impossible to teleport in or out of his office or residence.
And I think one of the sticking points is we don't know how much he suspects us.
Yeah.
Like, does he still think that we trust him? Or, well, don't doubt him? Or does he know that something's up by now? Because that changes how we might approach it.
He has to know that something's up.
He might suspect, but does he know?
What does he know we know? Is the question.
I feel like to a man like him, knowing and suspecting are the same thing. If he suspects something, he's going to take it out.
That's how this whole business started.
So it's sort
That's
of...
a good point.
If he suspects us, we are basically already damned. He doesn't need the exact proof.
Fair enough.
Did we want to ask a divination question for that?
Might not be a bad idea.
If he knows.
Yes.
Technically, we would have two if we asked Fizzy, but
I can use preoccupied.
Yeah.
The camera cuts to her and her siblings just being like, "Yeah, Diane, with her unblinking eyelids that she lost in the war." Denise, whatever the fuck.
We might also be able to...
Actually, they're probably shit-talking Fitz and Hadrian.
We might also be able to ask if it is possible to draw Avek out somewhere using Hadrian or the Changeling we have locked up in the cart that famed Dawn.
True, we can
I-
use his desperation potentially.
Those
I'll ask
are
the question.
the two pieces that were
Yeah.
necessary for his deception.
Get that question.
The question I asked, does Avek already suspect us of being connected to the vampire and or murderings of the Brotherhood of the Chain?
Absolutely.
For sure.
For
Yeah, I'm not.
sure.
There's
Okay.
no. There is no. I have no. Like, there's no descriptive addition I'm going to put to this. Yes, he absolutely suspects you all.
He already knows.
Okay, here's a thought. We tell him about the vampire parts. We tell him what we found. We tell him that we need someone we trust that can hold them all. It's a last-ditch effort, but it would be a place to meet up with him.
Yes,
Yeah,
although
because we wouldn't want to take that into the government building, and I don't know if he, with the changeling operation done, and everyone else dead, I don't know if there's anyone else he would trust to pick it up.
And we need someone
Yes.
very good at lying.
though the one risk there is, as mentioned, he could send an entire militia claim that we're responsible and we have the parts on us there, which would be the
Yeah.
proof they need.
Unless
Unless.
Unless.
what if we take the hand out of the lead box?
And put it somewhere else.
And no, we just take the lead box. We could tell them open it. It's nothing. Do we still have? Hold on. Do we still have that fuck ass dagger?
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere. she's
You-
been
you mean
hanging
It's
Bayonne?
in
around.
a bag of holding so that
She's
it
in
can.
a bag of holding,
guys.
along with the scary gun.
Why don't we put her in there and say we were trying to transport a dangerous magic item?
We just don't tell him that it's vampire parts. We let him assume, and we give him the fucking dagger.
What are you talking about? Hands! Jesus Christ, no!
No, 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 no,
Nice.
no,
A
no.
hand,
No.
God, goodness.
No. Back. Let me explain my thought process. We do tell him that we have found vampire parts and we're concerned. We need to give it to someone we trust. We pretend it's him. And when we go to make the drop, because there's a good chance he'll come at us with soldiers, we make it so it's not the hand in there. So it's his word against the fake thing we brought, which isn't the hand, and we lie through our teeth.
Okay, but consider this. His word
Nice.
against ours with his militia, I have a feeling who they're going to listen to.
Yeah, maybe
Mhm.
so.
I have a feeling that no matter what information is given, they are probably going to listen to the man who's been leading them.
We also have another option we haven't considered yet.
Now is the time. We are considering options currently.
We have a favor that we haven't turned in with the Queen of the North.
I don't think the Queen of the North can pull a southern agent out.
Mm-mm.
I don't think that's her power. She does have sway with Feambor, probably, but
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm thinking. We use her to talk with the leader of the South. If we get him on our side, we can pull Avek with no issue.
There will still be issue, but with less issue. Because regardless, like there's gonna be
We're gonna be in a
Rocks
fight
and-
no matter what.
there's gonna be
What?
rocks in the road on this one either way.
what if, because the Queen supports unification, or not unification, peace. What if we get her to ask, I think Lord Feambor, for a special agent for a mission.
A thing.
Bleh. I didn't go to school. uh,
You didn't go to school.
yeah. Well, I got a little homeschooling, but I left home.
Darius is just gonna grab Fitz.
I can barely read. Okay, I can read enough to read the fun books.
Wait,
Are
Darius,
What
when
part
you
Fitz, are
of
we
being a
over-
criminal? Anyway, but like, we could request. She could request Avek because he's got a history. You know, he's
He was
got
a
to be well
soldier.
known.
Darius, when you
And-
used legend lore on Avek, did it include parts about the vampire?
Oh yeah.
Then our favor could be requesting Lord Fambor to use a legend lore scroll on Avek. That would mean it wouldn't be our word against Avek's. Fambor would know the truth.
Problem is, I think I have depleted the magic paper population of this continent.
I assume that the queen can probably source a legend lore scroll.
Okay. I need to say,
Yes.
well, that is the funniest thing that I could pull on you just to screw with you guys. I will not do that.
They're like, actually, no, you can't do that. You use all the magic
Someone-
paper.
I wouldn't really use those
Yes.
magic paper. You gotta think about
Actually,
this.
go fuck yourself.
Then
I mean,
I
yeah,
like-
I could.
I kind of like that because then that's not just us being like, he's a bad guy.
I mean,
yes.
we have used legend lore in the past to prove our point.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Adrian.
It's something that can't lie, would take all opinions out of it and display the objective
And-
truth if a little
Mhm.
uncertain.
And Lord Fambor is trusted by the South and the government, and we can use the Queen to get a meeting with him and
Yeah.
give him
Yes.
the legend lore.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then we
Yes,
might
yes,
not have
yes,
to
yes.
do anything.
Yes, 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 yes.
Of course, Avek might attempt to flee with the parts, but if that happens, we will have full government approval to deal with him however we see fit.
What if we
So-
set a trap for his fleeing?
In theory, I like that, but I feel like we're getting a little too ahead of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Let's set
Um,
up the meeting for.
And we need to keep this dead silent. We need this so quiet.
Yes.
We do
like-
not talk about it outside of the cart or without an anti-divination setup like what
Yes.
Amador had.
That's a good point. You should not talk about this around other people.
Who is saying it?
This is Hadrian.
Hey, where'd you come from?
No, we've already done step one.
It's like that office gif of like the little
Ah,
group.
fuck.
We,
I have a way we
You
could do this without
are forget-
talking.
You're forgetting one thing.
Hmm.
If I was in Avek's shoes, if I knew or thought I knew that you all were going to be acting against me or had already done so and had put me against the ropes, I would be ready to do whatever I had to finish my objective.
Think he'd fuse himself with the vampire part he had?
That's certainly possible. No, that's not what I'm referring to.
Well, what's his true objective then? If it's not.
Well, his true objective is likely still the same, but if you succeed in convincing Lord Fianbor, the next thing I would do in Avek's shoes is I would try to kill him.
So we stay with Lord Fianbor. We don't let him go off on his own to confront Avek.
Lord Bjornborn becomes our bait.
Do you understand the problem now? You're talking about using. While I have zero allegiance to political anybody, anything, you are still talking about using the Lord of the South.
Does anyone
as
have a
bait.
polymorph spell?
That was going to be my next suggestion, was we don't send Lord Fianbor, we put him into hiding and send one of us disguised.
I don't have that, but I do have non-detection and death ward.
I really,
Ooh,
I
wait, don't
personally-
you have like a force cage?
Maybe so.
We put Vampire when the battle starts. We put him in. Don't move. We'll be back.
You're gonna be so safe!
You're so safe in there.
I really don't like the idea of taking Lord Fianbor directly into the line of fire.
Yeah,
I
I would
really
like to keep him
Don't
on.
like that. Not to be a goody two shoes, but
I-
Mm.
We're gonna need a lot of magic paper if we went with this idea.
Yes. Is there
I
anyone
think
else high up?
that your paper idea is still the best. Get him to see what's happened, but for the love of God, do not let him put himself anywhere near this situation.
We can discuss what to do next after he knows, because Fambor whatever happens, Fambor has to be willing, and he might have ideas of his own and resources that we don't have.
Yes, the lord of a country has more resources than you.
He might have something to bypass the one of us can disguise.
Well,
Yes.
we know someone who has polymorph. Good spell.
Fizzy.
Yeah.
I was
Is
like,
she- Are we a high enough level to have it?
Yes.
The fourth level
it's a
spell.
Fourth
It's
Absolutely.
on the fourth
Polymorph.
level. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True polymorph is the
Um,
9th level.
Yeah, that's different.
So here's the other thing. If one of us is polymorphed, he's gonna be like, why are there only 5 of you?
Where's the other one?
Which almost makes me think like one of us is Fambor, and then someone
Guys.
else.
Guys.
Someone else.
Guys, Balus is Famor. He's intelligent enough.
Wait, no. Wait, that's actually a good idea.
Fucking God, no!
That's actually genius. No, the horse becomes like, I don't know, Darius. Or
We
no,
all
it becomes Fitz. It becomes Fitz, who already doesn't like talking to people.
We all become each other. We need 100
The-
polymorphs.
The thing is, the
Dibs
only
on
thing
Kaz.
Balus is intelligent enough and understands common. It's just the
just
inability
can't
to
talk.
speak, which
Which
means
is why
if into a form that can talk, he is perfectly capable of talking.
oh
He also
Fanboy
can
sees
talk
an apple.
telepathically.
no, Amber knows you're not being genuine.
Lord
with your
Fianbor stands up and
apology.
goes, I am hungry.
Apple.
Okay, hold on.
Apple.
Let's drop this chaos down a second. I need to ask. I do not have divination. I do have commune, though. We could ask whatever God wants to answer a few questions to see if we can level out some possibilities.
I would maybe I'm kind of scared of the gods right now because holds up the Albataxis book.
What's that?
It's a book from they got it from the church that they went and it's Albataxis.
What's the blue rose attached to it for?
Oh,
Nothing
did
good.
Hadrian give you a flower?
No, it's from the gardens because they worship the god and the god's symbol is poppies, but they didn't have poppies; they had blue roses.
I didn't know roses could be blue.
Is
That
that
would've
what
been
I told
If you treat them right, yes.
Hmm.
But no, the god of peace is supposed to be using a poppy. There was no reason for there to be roses there.
Well, I remember Albataxis had blue flowers on his little, but I think they were forget-me-nots.
Can I brain blast and see what do I roll for that?
What are you trying to blame blast?
Blah blah. We're trying to blame blast.
Blame blast.
I'm just trying to see if Fitz knows, like, off the dome, what god is like, I love blue roses, dude.
Yeah, you can do so.
Why roll for that?
It'd be religion.
Okay. Normal?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Brain blast! It's the Jimmy Neutron, like.
So
Who turgled?
who turgled?
Yeah, who turgled the blue roses?
Sorry. Had to type something. So there really isn't a deity that uses blue roses as a symbol for them or has them as their chosen flower or anything of the sort. Although someone was correct, all the Texas was wearing a suit that did have, I believe it was forget-me-nots on it.
Yeah.
With that said, blue roses specifically, do have a bit of a meaning in
The flower language.
In flower language, yeah, I can't remember the proper term for it, but in flower language, there is something of a term for it. Originally, they were supposed to be a symbol for something impossible, because roses are not blue; they are red.
Yeah.
So it is a symbol showing that something is impossible, or supposed to be impossible.
But the body was buried there, right? I mean, the torso?
Yep.
I'm thinking maybe that was just them, like, trying to symbolize, like, oh, it was impossible that the vampire man would come back, but we got his body.
I guess it's a question of if the priestess did the roses or the Sid guy.
We could use our 6 question to be like, are the roses important? Yes or no?
You definitely could.
I mean, honestly, if anybody really wants to, I won't stop them, because this has been like 3 months and no one has questions.
I'm just scared that the blue roses are
Another god being involved.
Well, not even that. I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I'm scared they're not to mix
They're
up
a red
colors, but I'm
herring.
scared that they're a red herring.
Yeah. I
A blue
honestly,
herring.
since we're like getting close to the first final boss, I wouldn't be upset to just make sure that we don't get off track.
Yeah.
Like,
We'll keep the blue roses like in the
back
noggin.
pocket,
It's
but it doesn't. Ultimately, I don't think it really changes our current plan.
No.
Is the thing.
Yeah. But just a little bit of a warning against going to all of the gods, just kind of tossing our hat in the ring, else we might
Well, to be fair, only one god has been answering me, but it's still worth using our question on that.
It's true. There has only been one deity who has ever answered you.
So far.
I think one will only ever.
Alvatax is about to show up in your brain in HD 4K.
Listen, I think Dee Dee likes me.
You just get Goatsy sent to your brain as in response.
No!
As we all know, if that one is above your normal level, then you don't necessarily need to go fishing around.
Would you like to cast Commune?
Does everyone have questions that are good enough that I could ask?
No.
Because I only need 3 questions.
I have one. Are Aldotaxis and Avek related, or in terms of are they connected?
Okay. Yeah. Then let's start this, because that might snowball into other questions. Question 1, what Kaz just said.
Okay. You begin to cast the spell Hold on, I need to pause this.
I'm so scared that Alvatax is about to manifest in our house. Snakes are gonna start manifesting.
You begin to cast the spell of Commune, and as you do so, you will feel everything begin to still around you. As you do so, you watch as Hadrian has stopped midway through scratching his chin and is now unmoving. The rest of you are not affected by this seemingly time stop. And as you do so, you will see in the corner of the room a shadowy form, kind of a bluish black, begins to kind of elongate itself up and out of the corner, and you see sprouting up from its back around its head, almost like a peacock's fan of eyeballs that all start looking over at you, while the shadowy silhouette of something like a man with no arms lets out a big smile, and it says,
Well, well, well. I see you again.
Hey, Dee Dee.
Yes, you've settled on that name for me, haven't you?
You didn't give me another name to use, so...
I don't need another name.
Well, then Dee Dee works for now.
So, what is it?
I regurgitate the question that Jolly/Kaz said, because I don't think I can word it better than she did.
That is an interesting question. Indirectly, yes.
Indirectly, ambition is connected
Yes.
to Avek.
Much like how puppets are connected to their puppeteers by strings.
But he is not one of the willing and knowing followers, such as that priest.
Wait. Is Avek a tool being used by ambition?
Is that your next question?
Yeah, I think in this case it is.
Yes.
Then what's ambition's goal?
I don't think he'll know the answer to that, so I don't want to
If-
ask that.
If we kill Avek, are we risking the wrath of Albataxes?
That's a good third question.
No.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
Oh.
That's a surprisingly good answer.
Well, I
Uh,
assume he has many other pawns, like that cult that you still have to deal with.
Yeah, that unfortunately was my third question, so I don't have anything else I can ask you via the terms of the spell. Dee Dee, I may see you again here soon. It won't be today. I don't want to risk calling the wrong person. It's nice
Don't
seeing
worry.
you. Hope you're getting a
You
good show
will.
from all of this.
You will be seeing me again.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean
Yeah, I
by
figured.
that?
Don't worry, this isn't the first time I've seen Dee Dee outside of the spell.
So,
Oh.
how did you first meet?
Well, there was a bar fight, and he popped up in the middle of the bar fight, and I saw him when I don't think I was supposed to.
Guys, I'm scared.
And the god that you call Didi, the god of what is deserved, will
Karma.
melt back down into the floor, leaving nothing but a puddle, which then disappears. And Hadrian begins scratching his chin again.
I'm so glad I finally got to introduce you guys to Dee Dee.
I almost feel dirty.
What are you talking about?
I did not
Don't
like
worry
that
about
at
it.
all. What did he mean by he'll see you again soon? What was that?
We talk.
How often?
More
Well,
than
this
you
seems
think. More than you think, less than I want, because he's a fascinating creature, isn't he?
Well,
Do you remember that talk we had with Kaz? About when suspicious people talk to you, you usually want to, I don't know, tell the group?
It's only happened once outside of that spell, but he's always who I talk to when I use the spell.
there is a slight difference, though. and that Kaz was talked to first by these other individuals, and I believe Darius actively sought them out.
No, I actually found Dee Dee by accident in the wild. I'm not helping my own case here,
In
am
that
I?
case,
No.
Fitz, why don't you add Darius to your class about not talking with strange entities?
How have you
There's
survived
much to
this
be learned.
long?
Because Dee Dee's not after killing me?
Do you know that?
Honestly, I think I'm just kind of amusing to him.
You think? Do you know that?
Do you know it's not?
I don't, but erring on the side of caution is how you survive.
Now, there is also the thought that being self-described as the god of what is deserved, Darius could be as much a tool in this as Avek is to Altataxis.
I think I am. Feels like it sometimes.
Or at the very least, he's interested in you because you mete out what is deserved. And we are about to take down someone who deserves quite a lot.
That's a good point. I hadn't considered that angle.
In any case, doesn't seem to be pushing around anything, so I think we've got bigger things to worry about right now.
This entire group is going to make me grey.
You're already a little.
I've got the one.
Yeah.
It's gonna start spreading.
That could be a good look for you. Don't you agree? Looks at Adrian.
Grey! Granny!
I'm great. I look great.
You look
Gross.
fantastic!
Thank
But
you.
I'm,
It's that sweet.
I'm technically grey as well.
You don't count.
I don't want to hear
Why?
from you right now.
You're a trout.
Uh,
It's a natural hair color for you folks.
yeah, that's fair.
Anyway, should we call the queen?
I would say ascending would be appropriate, so that way you can get to a place where we can talk without being spied upon.
On the topic of talking to the queen, Hadrian starts to push his chair out and
Yeah,
start to
you don't
leave
have
the
to be there for
room.
that, Hadrian.
I would. It could be worse. I've been hiding worse things from you guys.
Like
Elaborate?
Do elaborate.
No, go on.
We are about to go into life-threatening situations, so if there's anything you'd like to share with the class.
Don't
I want
clam
you to
up
know-
now.
The only reason I'm saying this is because I rolled a 5 on the wisdom
I
check.
know.
Oh boy.
As,
What are you gonna say?
Ah,
That.
What was that?
God?
Sorry.
You know what? Nah, I think we're good. I think
No,
we're fine.
wrong.
incorrect. Go on.
Paris.
This
Shut
is
it,
not the
Kaz.
time. This is not the time to be keeping secrets. We gotta trust each other and all that
Kaz,
shit.
I'll kill you.
Say it.
Kaz,
No.
you know?
This is a stare down.
As,
What are you
as
gonna
Kaz
do?
just completely vanishes from view.
Like, there's not for nothing. I don't think you could take Kaz.
Yeah, I think Kaz would absolutely decimate.
What are you gonna do? All the threats are gone, motherfucker.
Yeah.
What
And
could it
all that
possibly
one
be?
needs, all that one needs to do to outrun you is go at a relatively fast jog.
I don't have to breathe anymore, so that doesn't count.
Also, it has to do with steal your necklace and then run at a relatively fast jog.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that would work.
And she can do it.
Paris, you tell them, or I tell your spouse.
Oh.
Rin doesn't
That's
know.
cold. That's cold.
You don't want them to know.
No, because they'll make me stop.
I'm gonna
Gosh.
start casting
Fucking-
spells.
I'm gonna start casting Zone of Truth if you don't fucking.
Something
I
is
don't have
about
it
to
prepared,
happen.
but I will anyway.
Listen, it's only a couple weeks in.
Weeks. Damn.
Can I
Yeah, like-
roll intelligence to see if
Can I?
Fitz makes the connection between
I
the
It's
also
wisdom,
two?
not
wanna,
intelligence.
Huh?
That's wisdom, not intelligence.
I'm gonna roll.
Wisdom.
I'm gonna roll a wisdom.
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 Let
Ability
me
check?
see how you
Or
guys.
saving
I
throw?
don't, how difficult is this connection to
Well,
make?
ability check, not a saving throw, dear.
It's the same. It's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want me to roll insight.
Ooh.
Actually,
Oh,
should I roll?
Fitz,
It's rolled an
figure it
18. Shut your mouth, you catch flies.
This face journey.
yeah.
It doesn't know!
No.
And you're just gallivanting about!
Yes, because if Bryn knew, I wouldn't be allowed to. They were bad enough the first time. Do you know they put
Right.
pillows all around the bed the first time in case I rolled out of bed in my sleep?
Are you pregnant?
Just a little.
Just a
Just a
There
little.
is no little. You either are or you aren't.
Little.
Just a few weeks.
People lose babies at this time all the time. It's not a thing to make a big deal of.
It's a big deal to keep it a secret from people who are following you into very dangerous situations. Do you want this? Do you want this baby?
We'll
Eventually.
see.
We'll see.
Listen, as I told Kaz, I'll tell you guys the same thing. I'm more worried about there being a world tomorrow for the kid that's already alive than the one I might not even have.
I mean, ultimately, I don't think we can make you do anything, but it's
No,
just
but Bryn
good
could.
to know if we're going into battle.
Bryn could. They're a lot meaner than they look. So we're not gonna tell anyone.
You gotta tell them after we deal with Avek.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Okay.
You can't see it, but at my temples, the hair is turning a stark shade of grey. I can
You look
feel
good.
it.
You look good, Gray, though.
I don't care. I know I will. I will look good with any color hair. I'm very handsome.
You should try pink.
Yes, you are.
No! Not the time. I'm angry at you.
Darius, we need to point out that if we do go into battle, you can't risk the fact that they'll go after you if you do big damage, right?
I will be fine.
Well, to be perfectly frank, we're at the point where, like, we just gotta trust each other, and I trust that you know what you're doing, but whew, I'm not keeping this a secret from your spouse after
And as I
this.
told Kaz, there's already like a 90% chance they've already figured
I
it
said
out.
after the Avek situation, because like you're set on dealing with that. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna, because we do need you still. And as you said it yourself, a world tomorrow is kind of more important than a maybe baby.
Yeah.
But
Did you mean that to come out quite so rhythmically?
yeah, I'm just very talented. But
It kills me in my sleep.
might still happen. I don't think I could stop him.
Anyways, let's call that queen. 'Cause I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Let's call in that favor.
8675309. Hello.
Whoa. Jenny's number. Oh my gosh.
That's
Hold
the
on.
queen's phone number,
Test,
actually.
test. Do I sound somewhat feminine?
Test, 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 test.
Test.
Are you just going to use sending, or are you going to use the mirror?
As suggested, sending first so that she can get to
A
a
private.
private location, then the mirror, because
Okay,
we
that's fair.
don't want any chance of Avek even learning that we're in contact with Faramore in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in that case, you are going to send off sending to the queen. What would you like to say?
Just say we have something to talk about. We're calling in our favor.
Hey.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
actually short, sweet, to the point.
Yeah.
Hey,
But start with a
girly.
hey with like at least 5 Y's.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
girl.
girly.
So, so that we know we're like kind of flirting with
Hey, girly.
it.
Wait, is that how it works?
It's really dependent on the amount of Y's. And
There's
E's.
a graph that exists on the internet of like here is like friendly, flirty, drunk, and it's like a certain number of Y's.
Let's just say when you only ever use a single Y.
A coin
You're saying hey.
Normal.
or normal. I don't know.
Normal.
Okay. So, Jill, what are you saying?
Huh?
Aren't you
Jess.
casting
Yeah.
the sending? Oh,
No,
Jess is.
I'm not
Okay.
sending.
Jess is the
Oh,
one
okay.
with that name.
Jess, what exactly are you going to say to him?
I was like, what the fuck?
Hi. Can you get somewhere private? We're calling in our favor.
You'll
Please.
hear in response.
The dialogue
Pardon me, you
sound.
all. You'll have to excuse me for just a moment. I have some business I need to go take care of. Enjoy the meal.
Damn, she left immediately. She wasn't like, give me till after dinner. She's like, all right, here we go.
The motherfuckers have brought me back to life. Need that favor? It's time. The plan is setting into motion. We get to our office and go, hey, could we have your Netflix password? That's the favor we wanted to call in. We're kind of
Well,
bored.
You
I
know,
need the president's Netflix password. Thank you very much.
You gotta get like
also-
special Netflix, right?
Also, it occurs to me, like, we really need the queen for speaking with Faramore because of recently the passing of Prudence Demas underneath him. His assistant.
That's fine.
I'm not gonna worry about that.
That's not our problem. We didn't do that. No
Not
proof.
our problem.
We can tell him about that later.
Yeah, when this all blows over, we'll laugh about it later.
This is about
Late.
this.
Later. Much later.
Hey,
You
you know
provide-
that secretary that you had? Well, it turns out she was kind of evil and we offed her in the night with magic from a distance. But it's okay because she might have been able to do some really bad things to you if we had progressed with this plan, if she was still alive. So in a
You
way, we
provide the
kind of did
queen-
you a favor.
About 5 minutes. And at that point, you guys then are going to, you can then reach out to her and you will use the mirror. Standing in
Mirror
front of
time.
you is the robotic or mulligan form of the queen. Standing a little ways behind her, you can see there is a shape in the shadows, and you can see just the faint look of what looks like a white beard that is kind of tucked out, like kind of like hidden behind like a cowl that they're wearing that's very deep to hide their face.
Our friend is in there.
Yeah, the shape just kind of nods their head at you. They do not wave, but they do give a polite nod.
No wave. Okay.
Oh.
Are we not important enough for him
My
anymore?
friend doesn't like us
Wow.
anymore.
Anyways, jokes aside,
Yes, I'm assuming that this is
So-
something important.
could you get us? Is a meeting a right word for this? An audience?
I would love to have a secret tacked onto the beginning of that.
A private secret meeting.
With Feoborn.
Fionbor.
Fionborn. I don't know how to pronounce these words.
You must realize that is no small task. You're asking me to organize a meeting with the Lord of the South.
Well, you're friends, aren't you?
Dear friends, I consider him almost like a son to me. But with that said, why?
I have It's been a day. I have teleport back, right? This is an important question.
We can say we long rested, yeah.
I mean,
We probably would have.
at this point, no, because you guys basically
Yeah.
you went straight in.
I have teleport.
Fitz has teleport.
And I've got
Okay.
2
Well,
of them.
The thing is, I want to make sure there's nothing invisible in there, and I see invisibility.
Uh-huh.
So I was
You-
gonna step through the mirror, check that there's no sensors.
I come with you.
Okay, let's do that, because Deus is gonna go, what we're about to talk about is highly confidential. Through the mirror.
We could all
There's-
just step in and have the conversation with her in there. In that
Yeah.
room.
We have like a non-detection ability.
Yeah. It's called
Okay.
Tiny Hut.
Yeah, so you step through and you cast
Hey.
see invisibility and look around real quickly. You do not immediately see any sensors.
Cool. I'm gonna start casting Tiny Hut. And
Wait, hold on. I have a question.
Yes.
Before you cast Tiny Hut, and we all
Yes.
squish into the Tiny Hut together, my lair, is it a similar sort of situation?
Yes.
So it wouldn't be
No.
able to like be scried on in there or anything?
Yep. Actually, I believe I did write that out in the wording on it.
That's
Let me
kinda
double check.
looking C, but my brain is like, which one?
It should be under
Yes.
layer.
Sound can't pass through the barrier at the edge of the word area. Barrier word is dark and foggy. Sensors created by divination spells can't appear inside the protected area or pass
Yeah.
through the barrier at its perimeter. Characters in area can't be targeted by divination spells. Blah,
So-
blah, 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 blah.
In that case,
Okay.
since that's the case, would you all like to step through so you can all be in this conversation?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
perfect.
do it.
So
If my
you all step
internet
through the mirror,
behaves.
and you will see that Erasmo will kind of briefly put his hands where a weapon is, though he doesn't seem to be as concerned by it. But you can see now this is almost certainly Erasmo, though he's wearing nicer clothes. He has a well-tailored cloak that he is wearing that's much deeper set so he can hide his face. And he is wearing basically like a nice dress vest and a short or a collared shirt that is then rolled up past his elbows. Most likely for combat purposes, as you can see that he also has what look to be like flat-edged knuckles that he's wearing on his hands. So he is still very much prepared to act as the bodyguard and kick someone's ass. You can also see he does still possess that cut-down rifle that he used in combat when you last saw him.
That's our friend.
Looking
friend.
good, Erasmo. Nice to see you.
You as well.
he can come into the lair with us, since I know he will not let you go anywhere without him for this.
I would not allow her to go in without me.
Good
Figured.
man.
Excuse me, I have a heartburn.
They make medicine
So
for that.
I know. I just haven't thought to take any. Fitz, you will touch a wall nearby to summon your lair, and I believe this is actually the first time you have ever done this and been in an opportunity to describe it. So I'll wait for you for just a moment, and then I will provide you the opportunity to describe your lair.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Da,
they're
da.
not the only one. My internet was being real
Yeah, I saw you flicker.
poor for like 5 minutes. Dropped
Hello?
completely for a bit.
Yep,
Hello?
we hear you.
Okay, oh my goodness gracious.
Could you hear anything that just happened?
Yes, I could hear, I just couldn't respond.
Okay, just checking.
I think that what Fitz's sorry, my brightness is freaking out. What Fitz's lair looks like, I think it's just kind of like an overgrown sort of like library sort of situation. Like there's plants everywhere that are just like vines and like growing up like old pillars and stuff. But it is just full of books and very just haphazardly like piles of books and things. But it's very comfortable. There's like a constant like sunbeam. Kind of warm.
Gotcha. So like an overgrown, abandoned library, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of nice.
So, the Queen and Erasmo will both follow into the room. And the Queen is going to look at you all and go,
So, what exactly is it that you need to discuss?
Do you want to tell her, or
Where do we start?
you're saying something and your mic's not picking it up?
Apologies. I pulled a Michelle. Trying to decide what is and isn't important to this conversation.
I mean, the fact remains that we're trying to save the continent, if not the world. And the main proponent of this upcoming disaster is a government agent under Fambor.
We're not asking for anything to be done about that agent quite yet, but in order to provide the proof that is not simply hearsay, we need to get Fambor to use a spell to learn this information for himself.
We want the meeting so that we can get Fambor to use legend lore on this agent, and we can make a plan from there to take him out of the picture so that he can't enact his world-destroying plans. And we can go into as much detail as you feel you need, but I want to give you the option to know less.
Knowing less in this scenario will do me no favors.
Cool.
Right.
Explain
So
further.
have you heard about the first vampire?
Yeah, have you heard of the first vampire as a concept?
Yeah.
My history lessons were always more focused on the relevant information, not
Cool.
irrelevant information.
So there was the very first vampire that ever existed. It can't die. There is no way to kill it. So instead they cut up all its body parts and put them around the world. And now they're in lead boxes that were owned by a large organization that was working underground inside the continent. I say was because Avek's the only one left. Your nephew was one of them. Matos.
Oh, boy.
That's also
Boran.
that's also why he
Yeah.
killed you.
Yeah.
Because he was part of that whole shindig and he wanted the power that went with it.
Makes sense.
We've been dealing with it privately. Avek is a little bit harder of a cookie to crack than the rest of them.
He's kind of he's their leader, and he like single-handedly replaced all of this kind of secret cult thing once before. So if we don't stop him, he's just gonna rebuild it and like continue his plans to try to rebuild the first vampire.
He's
and,
also
like,
the
then-
most. He's also the current. He is an individual I've been aware of for a very long time.
Yeah,
And
it's
this
hard to
is
miss.
Erasmo speaking.
Erasmus. Yeah.
I'm kind of whispering to Deus. Should we tell her about Amador?
Oh, yeah, we probably should mention Amador is not dead.
Or at least he shouldn't be.
I know.
Oh, he let you.
He killed a previous member.
No, he didn't let me
and
know
so-
anything. I know he's not dead.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
He killed the
I didn't-
previous member of this group and was forced to take the position, but wasn't really willing. So he's been somewhat working with us to resolve this issue and faked his own death in order
how-
to avoid that.
so how do you know he's not dead? Like, did he tell you?
General rule of thumb is in my position, I pay attention to most individuals who have the potential to reach my queen.
that's fair.
So I will pay attention to any goings on, and in situations where they die suddenly and surprisingly, I will look in closer.
Yeah.
There have
He
been
has
a fair
the
number of
he-
attempted assassination attempts that have been thwarted by paying close attention to men who have died.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
fair enough.
So he was part of that. So was the queen bitch of what the fuck is Thornhurst? Thank you. I was gonna say Thornmarch again, and I caught myself.
Yes.
No moguls.
Good King Magamag.
I do need it clear though that Amador was a part of it, but he has
He's
gone
wasn't-
away from it. He's
He
helping
wasn't part of
us.
it kind of willingly.
Yes,
Also,
I-
hello,
I-
Kanito Pep.
He-
Nice to see you again.
Hi, Kanito Pet.
Yeah, I can't even
Um,
have my stream up right now with my internet as it is.
Ugh.
So,
That's fine.
I just don't want I don't want Amador getting astray. Catching a stray.
he
Mhm.
does this for other reasons, not this one.
Yeah, this time he's helping.
But in order to finish up our essentially cleaning up this mess that we didn't even start, we were just a couple of chuckle fucks who got thrown into this.
Yeah.
Um,
Honestly, if Avek hadn't pursued us so rigorously, we probably wouldn't have come this far.
No. In fact, I would say we probably wouldn't have even thought to look into it.
Probably
He really
wouldn't
is his
gone.
own worst enemy.
Mhm. That's what too much care gets you.
It's no
But
surprise
yeah.
to me.
So that's why we need to talk to Fanboy.
Because we don't want to be hunted for sport for dealing with Avek.
And I don't know, I like this country. It's, well, both of them. It's pretty nice. Lived here a long time. You know.
The queen is going to look over at Erasmo and is going to give him a nod, and he is going to turn. He's going to walk out of the lair. And the queen is going to look at you all and go,
Very well. That can be done. It should be. It will be tricky, and I fear that it most likely will take a bit of time for it to be done. Though Fianbor is quick to respond when I require his assistance. While I am reaching out, I believe Erasmo will be returning with a gift to help make this a little bit easier for you in case you need it. He has been busy through the years. He's done very much and he's looked into very much. And the man you speak of, Avek, as he goes by, He's not a unknown element. He's looked
What
into
the-
assassinating him a few times.
Wait, Fairborn has looked into assassinating Avek?
No, Erasmus.
Erasmus. That's so
Damn.
fucking funny.
That's really funny.
Can you imagine being a shitty dude?
time.
Fuck
Do you know how
this
shitty of
guy.
a dude you have to be for someone to want to assassinate you multiple times?
The trouble is that this Avek you speak of, while he is middling in organizational rank, he is connected to virtually every individual who has been there and will be there.
Yeah.
You can loosely refer to them as you can refer to him as the shadow leader.
Yeah,
He
that's
is
why
not
we-
officially in charge, but he may as well be.
That's why we're not
That's-
just bum rushing him, because that wouldn't be good for us, even if we do get him.
Yes. Well, nonetheless, Erasmo will be providing you a map he made some time ago. It will be the map to the interior of the Clematis, the building that they use in Giran.
Did he have the blueprints because he's been thinking about assassinating this man so many times?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Again.
Impressive, but
Could have saved us some time.
Oh.
And there is some more information that I've been made abreast of in regards to Mr. Avek, though I believe I'll leave it for Erasmo to discuss with you. It is a bit more complicated.
And at about this time, Erasmo will make his way back from wherever he had gone off to. And he is going to hand one of you a piece of paper. It's old, quite crumpled, stained in some places. And here it is. No change in ownership, but I will show.
Crumpled paper.
Crumpled paper.
Crumpled paper. That's my next D&D character. Crumpled paper.
Old crumpled paper.
Guys,
Oh, crumpled paper.
also, guys, I think I figured out why my internet is being so bad suddenly.
What's
This
that?
scheduled maintenance is supposed to be at 2 a.m. Apparently,
great.
they just started early.
Fuck yeah.
At,
And
at
let's
the
just
height
not
of
tell
when
anyone.
at the height of when people are using the internet and TV.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully, this will assist you with getting access to him. I believe that things may be a bit trickier than you would like. And now that you have described what's been going on, it makes sense why he's made a recent change in his status there.
what do you mean?
He's no longer acting as an investigator. He's acting as a trainer.
Which means a recruiter for other people he thinks he can use towards his cause.
Nope. It means he's surrounded by armed men at all times. If I was to guess what exactly happened, you spooked him badly. And now he's surrounding himself with people to prevent him from being dealt with. Additionally, the individuals I have poking around there, they have reported that he has not left the Clematis for any more than a few minutes at a time.
Man, we really have him scared shitless.
The question is, where does he have his part hidden? Is it with him on premises or somewhere else?
I can figure that out tomorrow. I don't want to call DD more than once in a day. Leads to too many complications.
Yes, well, nonetheless, hopefully this map will assist a little bit, give you a rough layout of what it looks like.
One other favor. Do you have magic paper?
We have a stockpile, certainly.
Cool. I don't have any to make legend lore to give to him.
This is why we can't get any more.
I would hate to say that's a lie, but it's not. I've been using a lot of magic paper recently. I've considered using the mirror to go off continent to buy more.
We can acquire you some. That should be doable.
Cool. Also, Darius is gonna point out and look at all of them and go, I know y'all making fun of me, but all of you have fucking benefited from my magic paper use, so cool it.
Benefiting from something does not stop anyone from making fun. I have learned that the extremely hard way.
Yes.
All right.
You know, in terms of the monetary gain from this arrangement, you might be the first person who is non-government to gain a pension.
Nonetheless, we are going to be returning back to dinner. Staying away for too long would be a bit suspicious and bring up more questions. We'll be going back. You all should go too, as you were not invited here, and breaking into the palace is considered a crime punishable by death.
What the fuck? Okay, yep.
Start casting.
We'll let you go.
No, that is for the best. If you stay around here, you should be safe. Just be careful
just
about
need 10
doing this
minutes.
again.
1 minute for the spell.
Oh, 1 minute?
1 minute.
We just need 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm not the one casting.
If I were you, I would not do this again. This was quite a risky decision you have made.
It was our only choice we had.
Sally.
And ideally, this is the only time we'll ever have to do this. But
Yes.
Well,
you know how
yes.
spooked he is. We can't let him know any of our plans for as long as possible.
Next time we'll ask before we step through into your
that
office.
too.
That would be wiser.
Apologies.
Yeah.
I have no issues with having you as guests, but I do need to warn my guard before something like
Yes.
that happens.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Of course. It's for
That'd
the
be-
We
best.
are-
No one knows we had this conversation.
We didn't see you, you didn't see us.
Correct.
Anyways,
Erasmus,
we're gonna let you go back to dinner.
let's go.
Bye. Thanks for the map.
Erasmo will just give you a nod as he walks out, following behind the queen.
Cool. Get to casting.
Can't believe we got in trouble with the queen because we didn't knock before we came to her office. I feel so terrible. My
Yeah.
father would be so upset with me. This casting.
You can
So do you-
confess to your dad later about it. It's fine.
It's
Just as
terrible,
an
man.
aside, like as Fitz is casting the spell, Granny's just like, so do you think Erasmus has time to like get coffee or do you think he's
I'm
too
sure-
busy?
He probably would. You would have to catch him at the right time, Granny.
As you guys are sitting there and waiting for the spell to be cast, you will hear from the hall a crack of a gunshot. And then you're going to hear someone go and get thrown against something as you hear something shudder and thump very loudly. And then you hear another gunshot. This one louder and different from the other.
Somebody please check what that is. I'm a little busy.
Cass?
Yeah, I'll check.
Sneak out, yeah, please. Because we're not supposed to be.
Secret.
Our
Kaz,
only
I would
other
like
option.
a stealth check from you, please.
Okay.
Go do your thing. Go be a rogue.
I believe in you.
I'm a rogue. It's a normal. No, wait. I have an advantage because of the boots, technically.
Mhm.
Okay.
These boots are made for walking.
And that's just what they'll do. And they'll roll a 29 stealth.
Hell yeah.
You will see that the queen has kind of fallen back a little bit. She's clutching at her metal side, though she isn't bleeding. She just looks like something has hit her. But you will see that Erasmo has been hit and is holding his side, but does not appear to have lost what just happened. You see that there is a body that has been pushed headfirst into the wall, and you see that he pulls his still smoking cutoff rifle from the back of his head, where he has fired a round straight into him. Judging by the body, they have long pointed ears.
Hey, it's a good thing we went into a secret place to have this conversation. Because you know that was a spy from Avek.
You see that Erasmo is very quickly just thinking of something very fast as he's looking around. As you can hear now, guards are coming.
Just come with us.
He can't see you. You rolled the
Ah,
29
shit.
on stealth.
God damn it! From me.
I know Erasmus' stats. He can't beat that.
Over here. I would call out to him.
Shit.
Oh, you get the shadows, Erasmo. Please.
So okay, so let me get this straight. So we were about to teleport out, right?
Fitz is,
but
I'll say
then-
Fitz is 30 seconds into casting the spell.
But
Yeah,
then they're
halfway.
being ambushed, right? By
It looks like-
somebody.
It looks like one person tried to ambush them, got a shot off, definitely hit Erasmo, may have grazed the queen. And then
the
Erasmo
guards-
unceremoniously smashed his head into the wall and then shot him through the head.
And
he is-
that was a guard that got shot, right?
It was Erasmo that got shot.
Erasmo got.
No, like is the elven guy like a guard, or does he look like a servant, or
He looks like a servant.
Okay.
He, more accurately, you would say he is the assassin that tried to kill them.
Shit.
Is this a normal assassin, or is this like what we should worry about?
I am going to give you 30 seconds.
Okay.
Decide on what you want to do.
I get out of stealth and told them to come with us.
Erasmo is going to look up. He's going to shake his head and go, "No, take the body. Take this.
What is
Take
it?
the body. Take the body.
Okay.
Take the body. I can't have an elf trying to kill the queen. Take the body."
that's true.
Yeah, let's go.
Do what he says.
I'll do what he says.
If the guards are still a ways off, Ignatius will rush out there, use a 3rd level cure wounds on Erasmo so that there's not evidence of that, and then rush back in.
You will not have enough time. You see that Kaz begins pulling back with the body, and at that moment in time, the sounds of the guards have gotten much too close, and they are charging around the corners. And
In
about
that
that
case-
time, Fitz, you're finishing the spell.
In that case, he'll just toss a healing potion kind of there to Erasmo so that he can make it not as blatant what kind of went on.
Erasmo will kind of catch the potion, and you see that he's kind of like looks at it, looks at the situation, and you see he starts thinking about something. You don't know what though, as you have to close the door. Otherwise,
fine.
you'll lose the teleport.
That is fine.
Kaz,
Yeah.
are you gonna take that body with you?
Yes.
Fitz, you finish the teleport as Kaz drags a corpse along with her, and you teleport back to your tower. An elf with his face blown partially off, along with you.
Rainy excuses herself and vomits in the sink.
And that
Sorry.
is where we will end tonight's session.
A bit unusual as far as party favors go.
Real. We have to use. Does someone have speak with dead? or like
There
talk to.
is?
Yeah, I was gonna say, haven't we used that before? Commune or like
We have.
That
the what's
I
the
would
name of it?
uh
Seance.
seance. I will
Mhm.
say, put that on the to-do list. But
Yeah.
thank you all so very much for being here. I do hope you had fun. Special thanks to my players for being here: Jolly, Jess, Jill, Becca, and Cody. If you enjoy what we do, pass the word around. Tell your friends. We stream regularly, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Though since it is the holidays, that is probably going to be more than a little bit scattershot because holidays always fuck up schedules. So, with all that said, say bye, stream.
Bye.
I stream.
Bye.
Bye, stream.